as you can see, that works. I figured I would try something different. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna probably be hard to hear. I don't know how good the mic is on this camera, but right now it's generally like it is, I would say 75% of the time, where there is no one in the warehouse except for me, which I don't mind. Not a big deal. Took a little while to get used to, but overall it's not bad. Occasionally somebody will come out and try and talk to me or ask me to do stuff, make things, you know, do my job. So that's the thing. Also, fan is going because it's not too bad. It actually feels really nice in here, but the fan makes it a lot more bearable when it does get hot. And I'm also going to be stepping over to the side. Good job. So yeah, this is my job. I've got a pretty cheap one. The company I work for, they have a roofing company and a glass company. And I am responsible for providing the metal for both of those companies. I started here June 12th, 2007, so roughly 9 years, 2 months, and 6 days. I've been here. I came here as a laborer. I had a job working at a used car dealership before this, and what happened was I was making like minimum wage, like $7.25 at the time. My boss wasn't really that cool. He tried to be cool and tried to be funny, and he was just basically an asshole. But ultimately, I started looking for jobs. Found this place in the paper. They were looking for roofers and laborers for roofing, and I was like, cool. I would call them, and I called them. Came up, got my interview. Hey, started working. And then went through the progressions as a laborer for about a year, got my tools, got everything situated, and then I advanced to being able to install, learned enough to start installing and become a roofer. And then from that point forward, I stayed a roofer up until March, a week before March 12th, 2013. Like right up before that time, probably maybe a year before that, I came in here for about a month to learn how to do this. And the other guy that was in here, he had a vacation since he had been in here, and because he had nobody to replace him, to really take over for a little while he goes on vacation. So I was in here for about a month, doing his job while he was on vacation. He came back, I went back out into the field, everything was fine, it was all good. A couple things went down. He ended up putting his 2 weeks notice in, and they called me and gave me the opportunity to take over this position. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. My first 2 weeks in here were like completely crazy, and he stayed for about another month. He was supposed to stay for 2 weeks, but he ended up staying for an extra 2 weeks just so I could, you know, have a better grasp on my situation. So yeah, so after he left, I was my own. And since then I've learned a lot. And I've been able to maintain the position for the time that I've been in here. There's been a couple times where I've tried to find other opportunities of employment, but that was more or less based off of my personal situation where I was losing my license consistently. At one point in time, I had lost my license consecutively for like 6 years straight. And every time I got my license back, I would immediately do something stupid. Whether it be reckless driving, speeding, whatever the case may be. And I would immediately lose my license after getting it back. So I got to this point to where I lost my license for a year and a half. And there was either two choices. I had choice number one, come to work, keep working here, and drive with no license. And when I say driving no license, I mean I'm driving 50 miles here, 50 miles home every single day. So it was either that or I B, find another job somewhere close to my house doing something similar, hopefully making similar money. Which turned out not to be the case. So I left, put my 2 weeks notice in, I left on good terms. We had got somebody in here to replace me. I showed him the ropes, but he was a young guy. Young, 21, he ran around acting like he knew everything about sheet metal and he knew everything about this job, and there was nothing I could show him to help him. So trained him for a day and a half, and then he was just on his own. So I went over to this new company, and literally within 2 days, I went there the first day, everything was fine. The second day I showed up, it was maybe 2 hours into it. I showed up at 6 and I ended up leaving at 8 o'clock. I went and clocked out at 8 o'clock. But more or less, it just wasn't for me. I ended up calling up my boss and asking him to fly back, and he was like, yeah, bring your hind parts back here. I was like, all right, cool. So, yeah. So more or less, this is going to be like, I don't know, I guess like story time, where I can work and talk at the same time, because I like talking. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I got something special planned coming up here shortly for my birthday. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about changing, starting up my other channel. I had this other YouTube channel with my name, Ray Hogg, I started it 11 years ago. And I've had that channel since then, where there's just random videos of my old car, me and Malia at the park, and just random stuff. So I've been debating on using that channel as my vlogging channel, where I will post anything like this that's not, video game related on that channel. So I don't know, just some things to think about. Other than that, that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, rating would be much appreciated. Comment, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later.